Hey folks, welcome. One of the most important skills that you're going to learn in ENC 1101 is how to document sources. Today, we're going to take a look at an MLA works cited page and how to create it, how to add to it, how to sort it. You are currently looking at the sample MLA paper that is provided for you elsewhere in this module. And you'll notice that there are already two sources that are cited on the works cited page. These have also been detailed in other locations in this module, so they should be looking familiar to you by now. But I'm going to show you how to add sources to this particular list. Two main sources of research that we're going to be doing in college will be through the library, which should always be your primary goal, is to obtain all of your sources from the library. And of course, we are probably also going to be doing some Googling and finding websites. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to add a citation in MLA format to a works cited list. So I'm going to click at the end of the last one here and hit enter. You will notice that up here on the ruler, the bottom triangle, which is the left, the full left indent is already moved over a ½ inch. That's because I've already set up my hanging indent. Want to show you another way to create the hanging indent for those of you who prefer to click on things. If you go to your paragraph menu, and I'm on a Mac, so mine might look a little different than what you're used to, but your paragraph menu on a PC is what you're looking for. Under line spacing options, I will find the indentation section, and I can click on hanging, and you notice in the little sample, it moves the second line over ½ an inch. Can do the same thing with the ruler. I don't have to go into the paragraph menu, but a lot of people love the paragraph menu because it's a little bit easier to control. Sometimes using just the mouse makes it difficult to move things around. Next, I'm going to open the library's website. And I'm going to do a search, just a basic search. Let's do Mars exploration. I'm feeling scientific today. One of the things that you may want to do as you're creating research papers, and of course for our class at this point, just a bibliography, you may want to limit yourself to things that are available online unless you are planning on going into the library to do your research. There's plenty of stuff online without having to physically go to the research, to the actual library. So I'm just going to choose it because it's first. The first thing here is a book. So I'm going to click on available online. It's going to take me to this link. Uh-oh. I may have to sign in again. There we go. One of the cool things about electronic library sources is that the citations typically are going to be provided for you. So there's a lot less guesswork when it comes to how to cite a source. In fact, in this database, you'll notice the cite book is right there on the left-hand column. It's already defaulted to MLA, but if you were having to use a different style, there's a drop-down menu. You can pick one of the others. I'm going to highlight this and copy. I'm going to go back to the works cited page that I've already begun. And I want to do something called match formatting. The terminology is a little bit different in a PC, but essentially match formatting will allow me to keep the hanging indent that I've already created as well as keep any italics that are in the citation. So let's do match formatting. And there it is. You notice I have a hanging indent. I can delete one of those extra periods. I can also delete that extra space. It's going to want to say ebook with a dash, but I'm going to believe ProQuest when they tell me how to do it. It's also, of course, going to not know this person's name, so I'm going to ignore that. We have, and you've seen these parts before, here, of course, is the author's name, last name, first name. Next is the title of the book in italics. Next is the name of the publisher, as well as the year of publication. Next, we have the database, ProQuest eBook Central. You'll notice the one right above it, which is also an ebook, was EBSCOhost. So those are different, but that's important. We need to verify where we got our information from. And then last, we have the URL. Now, these URLs are not the same as if we were clicking on a website, but it is part of the citation. Like I said, the good news is the citation is provided for you, so you don't have to do anything with it. Let's add one more. Let's add a website. So we're going to go to Google. And let's continue with Mars. Let's take a look at one of the actual pages from NASA. And let's take a look at something specific. How about we want to learn about the atmosphere of Mars? One of the things that's interesting about citing websites is that every time this URL in the address bar changes, we have a new citation that we're going to create. Now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to show you a website that I like to use for MLA, which is EasyBib. Now, I will tell you right now, EasyBib may want me to watch a long video. I may end up not using it for this because of that, but let's go ahead and put the URL in. Ideally, you are going to use a college level handbook or the library resources for MLA to do your citations. It is good to use that and at least to double check it. If you want to use something like this, you certainly can. They are usually pretty good, especially at MLA citations. And yes, there it is. It's going to ask me if I would like to view a sponsored message. Those take a little bit, so I'm not going to do that right now. Let's go to the library and see if we can create our own citation for this page. So let's go back to here. And we want the MLA, APA, and Chicago style guides. We want Modern Language Association, the newest edition. And we want to cite a website. So let's go to the citation. We probably can use the citation basics. I think I want the detail. There it is. Okay, so websites. The way all guides work is by giving you a sample. And typically when we are looking at a website, it is going to be an article on a website. That is the easiest one and the best one usually to use. So I'm going to click on that, and you notice that just like I did when I showed you the pieces and parts of those previous ones, this is showing us what we need to do and where. And of course, we won't always have all of this information. We may not have an author, and sometimes we may not have a date of publication, but let's take a look. First thing is, do we have an author? And the answer to that is no. So the next thing we need is the specific page information that we are looking at, which is the red planet atmosphere. Okay, so that's going to be in quotation marks. And the next item that we will need based on the citation sample there, where did it go? There it is. No, there it is. It's the website, the actual title of the website, which of course in this particular case is NASA. So we're going to put the website title in italics. Oops, capitalize it. Make sure it doesn't have any subtitle. Yep, it does. Mars Exploration Program. So I'm going to add that. And then we have to check our punctuation and everything. We have a comma and then the date of publication, if there is one. So let's see if there's something that shows when this was posted. There really is not. So then we just skip it. So then we need the URL, which I already copied. So let's do comma and, oh, we don't need to be in italics anymore. And then I want the URL and I just want to do the text. Oops, except I do not want that to be in italics. There we go. Now, because we do not have a date of publication, we also have to have an accessed on date. So accessed on, and I'm going to use today, 16 Sept 2022, period, ta-da. Okay, so there is my citation for this particular website. Now, I want to show you one more trick. When you have a works cited list that you've already created, you can have Microsoft Word sort it for you, because Clancy obviously is going to come up here to the top, and then the red planet is going to be alphabetized by the letter R. So that's going to go above SOVA and after heft. Now, one quick thing though, Microsoft does not understand quotation marks, and it will read that even though we're not going to use it. So I'm going to delete those for a moment. I'm going to highlight my whole list. This is one of my favorite things I ever taught myself in Word. And I want to use the sort key. I want to do it by paragraphs, and now they are in the correct order. And all I need to do is add back in there we go. So this is how you create a works cited page, and you always want to have some sort of resource source handy for creating these citations. You can cite everything. I've used the very simple things of something from the library and something from the internet, but you can cite lectures that you attend, you can cite interviews that you do, you can cite emails, you can cite blogs, you can cite someone's social media. All of those samples are always going to be contained in that reference guide. So whether you use the library materials or you have a handbook, you'll be able to look and find different citations and how to create them for different types of sources. So happy citing, everybody. Take care.